Progress.
Okay, good morning everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Habayim. Shana Tova to everyone. So, Rabbi Elliot, I got your message. I have to be able to focus to respond. Thank you. We're continuing Mishna Berura Daf Hashavua. We're in Siman Samach. We're at the end of Sif Daled. The Mechaber brought down two opinions. He brought first the Shiurim that mitzvahs don't need Kavanna. That's the opinion of Tosfos and Rabbeinu Yoina. He brought an opinion that mitzvahs need Kavanna. That's the Bahag and the Rosh. And the Shita, the Psak of the Mechaber is V'chein Halacha. The Halacha is mitzvahs tzrichos Kavanna. Says the Mishna Berura, Kasav Magen Avram b'shem Haradvaz. The Magen Avram brings in the name of the Radvaz the Zedavka b'mitzvah da'iraisa. Ava mitzvah d'Rabbanan ein tzarach Kavanna. The psak of the Mechaber is only for biblical mitzvahs. For rabbinic mitzvahs don't need Kavanna. So according to this, if you smell besamim matzah Shabbos in the shul, and you mevarich bari besamim, so Rav Shlomo Zalman says, well, when you come home to your house to make havdalah for yourself, could you make a bracha on besamim? Because even though you are not mechavin in the bracha and the shul for a haidah that you're obligated, if mitzvahs d'Rabbanan ain't tzrichos Kavanna, you're already yotzei. So, if you're already yotzei to make a havdalah bracha to make besamim middle of the havdalah would be a hefsek. So maybe in that case, maybe you should first make besamim and then make hagafen. Or let's say eating matzah on the second day of Pesach and Chutz La'aretz, which is midrabanan. Even those who hold mitzvos ein tzrichos Kavanna for drabanan, and therefore if you ate marar and you didn't know it was marar, you're yotzei. But if you ate matzah, you didn't know it was matzah, you're not yotzei. Because in order not to mezalzel on the second day of Yom Tif, we'll say mitzvos tzrichos Kavanna even on drabanans. So even the shita that holds drabanans don't need Kavanna, but we're not going to say the same by Yom Tov Sheni Shel Galios. Ulafiza kol habrachos shem gam kin drabanan levad min berachas hamazon. All brachos which are midrabanan, besides benching im lo kivin behem latseis yatsa b'diavad. But by the way, we don't hold this way. We hold drabanans need Kavanna. Many places in the Shulchan Aruch, it implies, he argues on this. For example, now let's say you want to be moitzi your friend in a bracha. So the Mishna Berura says later on Sun Reish Yud Gimel that the Shulchan Aruch is mashma that even though brachas are midrabanan, you have to. The shoymea has to be mechavein latzeis. That's what's mashma in the Shulchan Aruch Siman Reish Tes. That birchas hagoimel, that you're mavarich to be moitzi your friend, if the shoymea was mechavein latzeis, you yatsa, even though he didn't answer amen, and that's by drabanan. That implies that you need to at least have in mind to be yotzei with someone else's bracha. Now, what about legabe kiddush? Where the Shulchan Aruch says that if you're mekadesh beveisai and your friend hears the kiddush, he's yotzei. That's only if he was mechavin latzeis. Says the Ber Halacha, according to the Magen Avram, that mitzvos drabanan don't need Kavanna, then maybe you don't have to have in mind. But again, it could be even if mitzvos drabanan don't need Kavanna, but if you're being yotzei a bracha, you have to have Kavanna latzeis. However, the Mishna Berura says,
would you have to have Kavanna to be yotzei listening to the Rabbanim?
Yeah, that's
mitzvah da'iraisa.
The what?
Would you have to have Kavanna to be yotzei the mitzvah da'iraisa of listening to Chachamim and doing mitzvah Rabbanim?
You mean if you want to fulfill the da'iraisa of listening to the Chachamim, do you have to be mechavein to be yotzei the da'iraisa?
When I'm doing the mitzvah Rabbanim, I'm being into the da'iraisa.
Okay, interesting question. My friend Dr. Pinchas Ratzlavsky asked, according to what we said last week, that if you have let's say you put on tzitzis and you're not mechavin to mekayim the mitzvah, it's like you wore daled kamfos without tzitzis, right? So you're over an avera. Let's say a person learned Torah the whole day. He just forgot to do one thing. He forgot to mechavin to mekayim the mitzvah of Talmud Torah. Not only doesn't he get the mitzvah, he was mevatel Torah the whole day. It would come out. You hear such a thing? He was mevatel Torah. The guy took off the whole day, the whole Monday. It's what's today? It's New Year's. So the guy took off from work, or he's learning the whole day. He just forgot to be mechavein. So now, not only doesn't he get credit, he and the guy watching football are on the same level. At least.
But that since he's doing it for learning, you know.
But we didn't see such a thing yet. We didn't get there. We're going to see it soon. But right now, where we're holding, that's sort of heightens the awareness of being aware to be mechavein, to mekayim the mitzvahs. Now, the Mishna Berura says v'chei mibir agrua b'siman tav peites masha gamkin she'in lechalik b'mitzvah d'oraisa l'mitzvah d'rabanan. Aside from the fact that many places in the Shulchan Aruch it's mashma that he argues on this, and he holds d'rabanans need kavanna, the bir agrua and sim tav peites is also mashma. We're not mechalik between d'oraisa and d'rabanan. Now, the Mishna Berura here is not machriya. What's the bottom line? Do d'rabanan need kavanna? But according to Shar Tzion later on in Siman Tafrei Sadi writes that he was machriya in Siman Samach that indeed d'rabanans need kavanna. And then later on, Siman Tafresh Pehei, the Mishna Berura also says, Mitzvahs Rabbanan need Kavanna. So it would come out like this. You ate a banana. Bananas are very good. They're very high in potassium. And a guy made a bracha. He wasn't mechavein to mekayim the mitzvah of making a bracha. Did he eat that banana without making a bracha? Or maybe he wasn't yotzei the mitzvah of making a bracha, but he did make a bracha. Same thing with Talmud Torah. On the other hand, we saw that when it comes to tzitzis, then it might be considered, and likewise regarding sukkah, is it like eating out of the sukkah? There is such a svara. Now, so Vidad, the custom of Ram the Kaman Misim Tough Pay Test of Katan Chest. After Shulchan Aruch Pasal Tzrichas Kavanna. Even though the Shulchan Aruch paskins that mitzvah tzrichas kavanna imkein heicha shaloi kivem bepam rishayna. If you were not mechamin the first time, tzarich lachsav la'asos, you got to do it again. So you remember like that. The guy took a lulav and esrog. He didn't have in mind, I have kavanna to mekayim the mitzvah of lulav and esrog. Now, somebody sent me a shayla. Do you need to be mechavin to mekayim the mitzvah of lulav and esrog, or is it enough to be mechavin to mekayim a mitzvah? Or do you formally have to think of which mitzvah you're being mekayim? I'm not sure. But let's say, okay, so now you have to go back and do it again. Afal pikein lo yivarech oidolat. Now I want to point out another thing. Remember, the Bir Halacha said that Shita mitzvah tzrichas kavanna is mid'oraisa mitzvah tzrichas kavanna. So if you're mesupik whether you're mechavin or not, you have to go back and do it again. However, lo yivarech oidolat. You don't make another bracha. Shel inyan bracha regarding a bracha. Tzarech lachosh adasa yesharim. You have to be concerned with the yesharim. She'in tzarech kavanna. You don't need kavanna. Va'ayin beber halacha. Now we're getting up to the svara that everybody's been waiting for. Because, according to what we're learning, are Jews fulfilling mitzvahs of the Torah? So you say, well, if you learned Siman Samach and you know mitzvah tzrichas kavanna, then at least you know to have kavanna. But there are many mitzvahs we do that are very quick, Ani Hashem Elokeichem asher hotzei Yisrael mi'aretz liyasachem. You were just mekayim the mitzvah of Zechiras Yisrael. Did you stop for a moment? Every time you say Birchas HaTorah, were you mekayim to mekayim Birchas HaTorah? And what about all the drabanans? So there comes a Chai Adam basically with a life-saving, we'll call it a b'diavad. V'da'oid, you should know further. Kasav Chai Adam kal samaches. D'madim etzarchino le'lachzav asas ha-mitzvah. That which we make you go back and do the mitzvah again. That's if you could argue that the first time you did it was not l'shem mitzvah. Kagoin b'tkiya. Let's say you're blowing shofar. Let's say you were blowing shofar as practice. Or you're learning v'aschanan. So in a situation where you can make the case that you were doing something else, that's when you should go back and do it. If you're saying Shema the way we do, or you're eating matzah during the Seder, you're blowing shofar in the shul, even though you did not have Kavanna, you're yotzei. Why else are you doing it? To be yotzei. Even though you're not mechavein, ad kan l'shaynai. So the Chayadim has a life-saving chiddush that if we cannot, there's no reasonable other alternative why you're doing it. Why did I get up early? It's New Year's. I got up early to go to shul. What? To do nothing? I'm going there to do what I need to do the mitzvahs. Now, that means the Chayadim is saying you're yotzei. Are you yotzei chadchila? No way, not a chance. Are you yotzei? You're yotzei. Now, the Shar Tzion later on, Siman Reish Lamed writes on the words of the Chayadim that the reason why you're yotzei is because when you're going to daven, mistama you're mechavin to mekayim what the rabbis want you to do. What about regarding the mitzvah saseh of Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim? The Shar Tzion explains that according to the Chayadim, even if you are not mechaven, you're yotzei when you say the third parsha of Shema. But that's only if you're saying Shema al Seder HaTfilah. But if you're davening Shema before Tzeis HaKechavim, but let's say like this. Let's say a guy davens, let's say Friday night. Friday night, most people daven Marav before the Zman. They know to say over the 3 Parshios after the Zman. Why are they saying it over the after the Zman? To Mekayim the mitzvah of Shema. So you can't say that, I also get the mitzvah of Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim because what else am I doing? What do you mean what else are you doing? You're Mekayim the mitzvah of Shema, that's why you're doing it. In other words, the din that we could say, why else am I doing this, other than to get the mitzvah, only applies when you're doing it bizmanoi in the shul, so you could say, whatever I need to do, I'm doing. But once you're repeating the Shema, and we have an explanation why you're repeating the Shema, because you weren't yotzei the mitzvah of Shema, because you said before the Zman, you'll get the mitzvah of Shema if you're not mechavein, you won't get the mitzvah of Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim. Because you can't say, what else am I doing? We know what you're doing. You're trying to be mekayim the mitzvah of 3 parshas of Shema. That's what the Shar Tzion says.
Why are you yotzei in shul? I don't understand why you're yotzei in shul then. In shul also, I'm having to be part of Shema, but
because it seems like in shul,
I'm saying Shema. That's why I'm saying it.
In shul, you're being mechavein to mekayim kamay shetiknu chachamim.
So same thing over here.
No, I'm not putting myself in the. Yeah, you want to do it. Maybe you want to do what the Chacham said. You should have davened at the right time. You didn't daven at the.
I'm saying Krishma at the right time now.
No.
That's Chumash Tikna.
No. You didn't do Chumash Tikna. You already didn't do Chumash Tikna. So you can't tap into that program of Chumash Tikna. Now you're doing your own program. You're making up for not having done Chumash Tikna. So you say, why else am I saying Shema other than to be Yotzei Zechiras Yetzias Mitzrayim? No, not why else. I know I'm doing it to be Mekayim Shema. It seems like you can only tap in Chumash Tikna if you do it, it's like you have to do it the program. The program is in shul. We'll have to see, look it up. Siman Reish Lamed Tes, Siv Katan Beis in the Shar Tzion. Yeah, I hear, not Pasha. Says the Mishna Berura, where it's clear based on the context. Shas Yasahu Kedei Latzes, Afal Pishalai Kivin Befesh Yatsa. Aval Bestama, but Stama, if we can't have any context, Bevadei Lo Yatsa, you're definitely not Yatsa Ked Isa Betoisis and Sukkah Daf Lamed Tesam and Avter Masal Oiver. V'chozel Inyan B'di'eved. The Chai Adam is a B'di'eved. Aval L'chadchila Vadai Tzarech Lizoyer L'chavin Koidem Kol Mitzvah Latzes Yidei Chayves HaMitzvah. V'chein Etiku Kol Achreinim Esifreim L'chadchila before you mekayim any mitzvah. So does that mean before Shachris I should be mechavin to mekayim the mitzvah of Shachris? Yeah. Does that mean before Mincha I should be mechavin to mekayim the mitzvah of Mincha? Yeah. Does that mean before Marav I should be mechavin to mekayim the mitzvah of Marav? Yes. Does that mean before Suda Shabbos I should be mechavin to mekayim the mitzvah of Suda Shabbos? Rabbi Sai, Uru Yeshena Mishinascham. That's the general message. That many people, there's a statement, a maxim, when it comes to self-delusion, every man is a genius. Many people think that we're on a very high level of performance of mitzvahs, and you learn one sif in Shulchan Aruch, and you see that how many mitzvahs do we do a day? We could do thousands of mitzvahs. How many of them do we do l'chadchila? From now on, we're going to try to do more l'chadchila. Again, b'diavad, there's a shita of the Chai Adam. L'chadchila, now it sounds like, from the second line, the Mishna Berura, kol habracha shehem gamkein d'Rabbanan. According to the shita that the Rabbanans don't need Kavanna, you're yotzei. But we hold Rabbanans do need Kavanna. So I guess the shaila is, do you need to be mechavein before you make a bracha on fruit or whatever you eat, that you're being mechavein to mekayim the mitzvah of making a bracha? Ayin b'chayadam klal chaf aleph v'der chachayim hilchos krishma v'masarav. Rabbi Say, have a wonderful day. Okay, we'll see everyone tomorrow 9 o'clock. Rabbi Elliot, I'll try to get to your question. Yeah.
Does Kavanna of a bracha, just the Pirish Hamilas of the bracha, is that Kavanna a mitzvah?
No.
So what exactly is Kavanna a mitzvah?
Kavanna a mitzvah is, I have in mind to mekayim this mitzvah.
So Asher Kedishanu b'mitzvah Sav Tzivonu, if I know those words mean, that doesn't count as Kavanna of the mitzvah?
You want to know, does a birchas ha-mitzvah count as Kavanna for a mitzvah? If I'm not mistaken, there's a ritva that says a svara like that. But from the simple halacha, you would think if that was the case, that somebody would have said that this only applies by mitzvahs that you don't make a bracha. For example...
You have to have Kavanna on the bracha also. I mean, Kavanna on the bracha,
but the bracha is the drabana. That's a halbatzara, right? And some shittas hold drabanans don't need Kavanna. But the question is, for sukkah, here we're talking about sukkah, what's the big thing whether you had Kavanna for sukkah? You made a bracha. It's only talking about if you forgot to make a bracha. It's only... Okay, Rabbi say we'll continue. Okay, Kal Tov. Be well. Hatzlacha.